Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Swami Gop Mataji, when you're ready, you can start Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 53rd chapter, verses 25 to 57. Krishna kidnaps Rukmini. Text 25. I'm extremely unfortunate, for the Creator is not favorably disposed towards me, nor is the great Lord Shiva, or perhaps Shiva's wife, Devi, who is known as Gauri, Rudrani, Girija, and Sati, has turned against me. Text 26. As she thought in this way, the young maidens whose minds has been stolen by Krishna closed her tears-filled eyes, remembering that there was still time. Text 27. O king, as the bride thus awaited the arrival of Govinda, she felt a twinge in her left thigh, arm, and eyes. This was a sign that something desirable would happen. Text 28. Just then, the purest of the learned Brahmanas, following Krishna's orders, came to see the divine princess Rukmini within the inner chamber of the palace. Text 29. Nothing the Brahmanas' joyfully face and serene movements, saintly Rukmini, who could expertly interpret such symptoms, inquire from him with a pure smile. Text 30. The Brahmana announced to her the arrival of Lord Yadunandana and relayed the Lord's promise to marry her. Text 31. Princess Vaidarbhai was overjoyed to learn of Krishna's arrival. Not finding anything at hand suitable to offer the Brahmana, she simply bowed down to him. Text 32. The king, upon hearing that Krishna and Balarama had come and were eager to witness the daughter's wedding, went forth with the abundant offerings to greet them as the music resounded. Text 33. Presenting them with the Madhu Parka, new clothing, and other desirable gifts, he worshipped them according to the standard rituals. Text 34. Generous kings Bhishmaka arranged opulent accommodations for the two lords and also for their army and entourage. In this way, he afforded them proper hospitality. Text 35. Thus it was that Bhishmaka gave all desirable things to the king who had assembled for the occasion, honoring them as befitted with political power, age, physical prowess, and wealth. Text 36. When the residents of Vidarbhapura heard that the Lord Krishna had come, they all went to see him with the cupped palms of their eyes. They drank the honey of his lotus face. Text 37. The people of the city said, Rukmini and no one else deserve to become his wife, and he also possesses such flawless beauty, he is the only suitable husband for the princess Bhaismi. Text 30. May Achyuta, the creator of the three worlds, be satisfied with whatever pious work we may have done and show his mercy by taking the hand of Vidarbhi. Text 39. Born by this swelling love, the city's residents spoke in this way. Then the bride, protected by guards, left the inner palace to visit the temple of Ambika. Text 40-41. Rukmini silently went out on foot to see the lotus feet of the deity Bhavani, accompanied by her mothers and girlfriends and protected by the king's valiant soldiers who held their upraised weapons at the ready. She simply observed her mind in the lotus feet of Krishna, and all the while mridangas, conch shells, panavas, horns, and other instruments resounded. Text 42-43. Behind the bride's followed thousands of prominent courtesans bearing various offerings and presents, or along with adorned Brahmanas' wives, singing and reciting prayers and bearing gifts of garlands, scents, clothing, and jewelry. They were also professional singers, musicians, bards, chroniclers, and heralds. Text 44. Upon reaching the goddess's temple, Rukmini first washed her lotus feet and hands with and then sipped water for purification. Thus sanctified and peaceful, she came into the presence of Mother Ambika. Text 45. The older wives of Brahmana, experts in the knowledge of rituals, led young Rukmini in offering respects to Bhavani, who appeared with her consort Lord Bhava. Text 46. Princess Rukmini prayed, O Mother Ambika, wife of Lord Shiva, I repeatedly offer my obeisances unto you. Together with your children, may Lord Krishna become my husband. Please grant this. Text 47-48. Rukmini worshipped the goddess with water, scents, whole grains, incense, clothing, garlands, necklaces, jewelry, and other prescribed offerings and gifts, and also with array of lamps. The married Brahmanas women each perform worship simultaneously with the same items, also offering savories and cakes, prepared betel nuts, sacred threads, fruits, and sugarcane juice. Text 49. The deities gave the bride the remnants of the offering and then blessed her. She in turn bowed down to them and the deities and accepted the remnants as prasadam. Text 50. The princess then gave up her vow of silence and left the Ambika temple, holding on to the maid servants with her hand, which was adored with a jeweled ring. Text 51 to 55. Rukmini appeared as enchanting as the Lord's illusionary potency, who enchants even the sober and grave. Thus the kings gazed upon her virgin beauty, her shapely waist, and her lovely face adorned with earrings. Her hips were graced with a jeweled studded belt, her breast was just budding, and her eyes seemed apprehensive of her encroaching locks of hair. She smiled sweetly. Her jasmine bud teeth reflected the glow of her bimba red lips, and she walked with the motion of royal swan. The effulgence of her twinkling ankle bells beautified her feet. Seeing her, the assembled heroes were totally bewildered. Lust tore at their hearts. Indeed, when the king saw her broad smile and shy glance, they became stupefied, dropped their weapons, and fell unconscious to the ground from their elephants, chariots, and horses. On the protest of the processions, Rukmini displayed her beauty of king of for Krishna alone. Slowly, she advised the two moving lotus walls of her feet, awaiting the arrival of the Supreme Lord. With the fingernails of her left hand, she pushed some strands of hair away from her face and shyly looked from the corner of her eyes at the king standing before her. At that moment, she saw Krishna. Then, while his enemies looked on, the Lord seized the princess who was eager to mount with his chariot. Text 56. Lifting the princess onto his chariot, whose flags bore the emblem of the Garuda, Lord Madhava drove back the circles of kings. With Balarama in the lead, he slowly exited, like a lion removing his prey from the midst of jackals. Text 57. The king, inimical to the Lord, headed by Jarasandha, could not tolerate this humiliating defeat. They exclaimed, "Oh, damn us! Though we are mighty archers, mere cowherds have stolen our honor, just as puny animals might steal the honor of lions." Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Krishna Kidnaps Rukmini. Thank you very much, Prabhujan Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Swami Gopmataji. Hare Krishna. I don't see Sri Krishna Prabhu on the call. Yeah, he didn't respond to my message. Also, we must be traveling or something. So we'll discuss whatever we can. Let me start with prayers then. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Desatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sorry, 1 minute. It's a wonderful section of the Srimad Bhagavatam. We're discussing about Rukmini Devi, how she was kidnapped by her beloved Lord Sri Krishna. So we heard until yesterday in yesterday's session up to text number 24, where Rukmini Devi was anxious. Oh, Krishna did not come. Why did he not come? He is faultless himself, but maybe he saw some fault in me. That's why he did not come. Maybe the Brahman also did not come back because maybe Krishna told her, I will not come. Like that, she's feeling anxious and she's observing thoughts like this. So that's where we left it, text number 24 yesterday. So we'll continue from there, text number 25 onwards. Now, she's continuing the thought process, Rukmini Devi. And, oh my God, Krishna did not come. Why did he not come like that? Okay. So she's stating some more reasons now. What are some more reasons? Uh, Thankfully, we have the commentary of Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comment, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, uh, which is also listed in the BBD purport here. She's Rukmini Devi is thinking like this. I'm extremely unfortunate. Why? Because Creator is not favorably disposed towards me. In this context, the Creator she is talking about is Lord Brahma. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes Rukmini Devi is thinking like this. Maybe Krishna has started already, but maybe on the way Brahma came and said, oh, don't go, like that. But then, why would Brahma be unfavorable to me? He's such a great personality. Like that, she thought. No, that must not be. Then she thought, maybe Lord Shiva told him not to come. Then she thinks, oh, Lord Shiva is Maheshwara. Maybe he told him because I did not worship him properly. Because she regularly worships Parvati Devi, not Lord Shiva. So she's thinking, oh, I did not properly worship. Maybe he became angry with me. But then he's a great controller, such a great personality. Why would be angry on such a insignificant servant like me? She thought, okay, no, not Brahma, not Shiva. Then she continues, maybe it's perhaps Shiva's wife, Gauri Devi. Maybe I have displeased her. So interestingly, the verse only describes Shiva's wife Devi, known as Gauri, Rudrani, Girija, Sati. They has turned against me, like that it says. So using these names, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is empowered Acharya to know the significance of using of those names. That's what we are hearing here. So when she thought about Gauri, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is describing, oh, I'm worshipping her daily, but I made some mistakes. Maybe I made some offenses while worshipping. Maybe that's why she stopped Krishna from coming. That's the first thought she got. Then see, maybe, maybe because she's Rudrani, the word used is Rudrani to refer to Lord Shiva's wife here in this scene. But maybe because she's Rudrani, the Rudrani means one who makes everyone cry. Maybe she wants to see me miserable and cry. So, but maybe, but but I'm already crying. But why don't I, be, seeing my crying, seeing my miserable situation, seeing my situation where I want to die, why doesn't her heart get softened? Or maybe because she's Girija, she's the daughter of mountain. Mountain is so hard, so that's why her heart is not softening. Like that she was thinking. Then she thinks maybe because she's also Sati. In her incarnation of Sati Devi, she gave up her body. So perhaps she also wants me to give up my body now. Like that, Rukmini Devi is thinking about the reasons why Lord Krishna, her beloved, did not come yet. So interestingly, in the coming verse, 26th verse, while she was thinking like this, she thought, oh, why am I thinking like this? Why am I so anxious that Krishna has not come yet? The time has not yet come for Krishna to come. There's still time for Krishna to come. Like that, she got some hope. Now, so because of that hope, she gave up the idea like in the previous verse. Maybe I should give up her body like that. She was thinking in the previous verse, right? Now she's thinking, maybe I should not give up right now. Let me first close my eyes and meditate on Krishna. Like that, she thought. And her tear-filled eyes she closed and she started meditating on Lord Krishna like that. So that is what is happening in verse number 26. And in verse number 27, uh, so now it's back to Sukadeva Goswami describing to Parishit Maharaj. Yeah, Sukadeva Goswami is describing. As she waited like that for Govinda, she felt a twitch in her left thigh, arm, and left eyes also. So that is considered a auspicious sign that something desirable, something what we like will happen. Like that is the auspicious sign. So Sri Jiva Goswami is so detailed. Even though here it is described in sequence, left thigh twitched, left arm switched, and left eye twitched like that, right? It's in sequence. But Jiva Goswami describes, they all twitched simultaneously, it describes. So that's a sign of auspiciousness like that. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so that is a 27th verse. Now then going to 28th verse. So now, while Rukmini Devi is in anxiety like this, why did Krishna not come? Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I should give up body. Like that she was thinking, and she got the auspicious signs of left side of her body twitching. Then suddenly, the learned Brahmana, the messenger Brahmana, arrived at the spot, and is described following Krishna's order. He came, number one. Then he says he came to see Princess Rukmini within the inner chambers of the palace. Because he was a messenger, he had access to come to the inner chambers of Rukmini Devi like that, even though she's a princess and well guarded like that. So now our Jiva Goswami describes first Brahmana saw her. Rukmini didn't see him first. Why? Rukmini was in anxiety, so she was pacing here and there. So first Brahmana saw her, it's described. And uh, and it's described the Brahmana was very happy to see Rukmini Devi. That's described in the verse by the letter, by the words ha at the end of the verse. So he was very joyful to see. Why he was joyful? He was wondering, I don't know whether I can see Rukmini Devi or not. Like that, he was wondering it seems. That's why when he saw Rukmini Devi, He was joyful. And then that is also Srila Jiva Goswami's comment. And then, uh, and he was, and it's also described when Brahmana saw Rukmini Devi, even though she's described to be in anxiety and she closed her eyes to meditate on Krishna, right? So she was blissful because she was meditating on Lord Krishna. So that's another thing that he observed. Now, Lord Krishna, the verse says Lord Krishna ordered Brahmana, and the purport refers to Sridhar Swami's commentary, where is giving description of what did he order. Is basically Krishna told Brahmana to tell Rukmini Devi that he has reached the outskirts of the city and is in the gardens there. That's what basically he instructed him to tell Rukmini Devi. So now, on hearing this and seeing Brahmana, how did Rukmini Devi feel? How did Rukmini Devi respond? That is in the next verse, for 29th verse. So, Rukmini Devi noticed Brahmana face was very joyful, happy, because the mission is successful. Krishna is coming, right? His face is joyful. And why it is joyful? Srila Vishnu Chakra Thakur describes. Because his mind is not disturbed. That is why his face also, remember we hear commonly that face is index of mind. When mind is not disturbed, mind is peaceful, mind is joyful, face also will be joyful like that. That's what Sri Vishnu Chakra Thakur is describing. And because he's joyful, his smiling was very broad. Like yesterday, His Holiness Purushottam Swami Maharaj was describing how Jagannath's smile is very broad. So it attracts even apparent non-devotees also like that. Like that, he had a very broad smile on his face when he came. And it's described Rukmini Devi is very expert in seeing the body language. So she understood clearly that some good news is coming like that. And then, uh, out of her genuine joy, she also exhibited a pure smile, is described. Suchi Smita. Suchi Smita is the word is used in verse. Suchi means pure, it's translated. And Vishwanath Chakra Thakur indicates that means a genuine joy she felt upon seeing the smiling face of Brahmana. That means some good news is coming like that. Going to text number 30, the Brahmana announced like that. Oh, I'm here like that. Our Jiva Goswami describes Rukmini first didn't see him. He announced his presence first. My dear Rukmini, I will came like that. Then she she saw him like that. So he announced to her. What did he tell her? That Lord Yadunandana. Remember we discussed yesterday, Yadunandana indicates the one who gives pleasure to Yadus. Number one. Number two, in this context, our acharyas also describe that means he also came along with Yadus. That means he came along with the army. Remember Balaram, he came alone, but Balaram immediately followed along with his entire army like that. So that's also indicated by Yadunandana here, it's described by acharyas. And then he relayed, Lord promised to marry her. And specifically, Sri Vishwanath Chakra Thakur says that in the third verse of this chapter, Krishna says, I will bring her like that. Krishna told to Brahmana, I will bring her like that. So that's what he relayed it here. Who? The Brahmana relayed to Rukmini Devi. Now going to text 31. Princess Vaidarbi, that means Rukmini Devi, was overjoyed to hear about Krishna's coming here. So she could not find anything suitable to give as a gift to Brahmana. Because when messenger brings good news in royal family, they give some suitable gift to them, wonderful gift to them. Because he brought some great news. So that's why she was looking what to give. But she couldn't find anything suitable to give readily to him. So she simply offered her obeisances to Brahmana. Our acharyas have fun with this verse again. So he is described, Jiva Goswami describes She was so excited to hear about the good news of Krishna. So she could not find anything suitable to give him like that. Because in the excited mood, we will not know what to do next like that. Like that, she was so excited. That is one meaning Srila Jiva Goswami gives. And also, Srila Jiva Goswami also says that in that excitement of seeing Brahmana and his joyful face and smiling face, that in anticipation of good news, she forgot to offer obeisance to Brahmana, he says. So that's why now she offered obeisance to Brahmana also is described by Sri Jiva Goswami. And then uh, also Jiva Goswami describes she gave nice gifts later on in Dwaraka. When she was in Dwaraka, she had a lot of opulence. She gave him like that is described. Simultaneously, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives another commentary. He says, even though she did not find anything to give him suitable, but actually, when the Brahmana's home was filled with lot of treasures by Mahalakshmi, by goddess of fortune, because she is reciprocating with gratitude of Rukmini Devi. Rukmini Devi felt so grateful to Brahmana, so Mahalakshmi did the job for her. She gave him a lot of opulences like that. Moving on to text number 32. Now, this is how Brahmana gave the message to Rukmini Devi, and Rukmini Devi reciprocated with the Brahmana. Now, the story switches to what did King Bhishmaka do when he heard about Krishna and Balaram? King Bhishmaka, as soon as he heard Krishna and Balaram had come, he thought, in one sense, they came to see wedding, like all the other kings came like that. So he was very happy. And at the same time, she felt unqualified. I'm so unqualified. But still, Krishna and Balaram chose to come here. So when we feel unqualified, then when we receive something, our gratitude will be a lot more than when we think, I deserve it. I should get this privilege like that. When you feel unqualified like that, when you feel humbled and unqualified, then when even somebody says Hare Krishna, we feel so grateful. Oh, see, so he's so nice to me. I'd not done anything to me. I didn't do any service to him, but still he's greeting me. We'll feel grateful for them like that. So like that, King Bhishmaka was feeling unqualified at the same time very grateful for Krishna and Balram coming. And is described by Acharyas, specifically Jiva Goswami, that he secretly felt actually Krishna should not only see marriage, he should take away my daughter. Like that, he was feeling secretly. That's what Jiva Goswami describes. So he went to welcome Krishna and Balram, to honor Krishna and Balram, King Bhishmaka, along with music. And then he offered in the 33rd verse Madhuparka. Madhuparka means in the word for burning, it's given mixture of milk and honey. So he presented them Madhuparka, he presented them new clothing and lots of other gifts. Still, Sanatan Goswami specifically says two things, two beautiful things. One is he just didn't offer gifts. Okay, I need to give gifts. It's my duty to give gifts. Not like that. He offered them with service attitude. It's my great fortune. I wish to serve you with these gifts. Please accept it. Like that, with service mood is giving. Not things. See, I'm so great. I'll give gift to you. I'll give charity to you. Not like that. It was with service mood, with grateful mood, he was offering the gifts like that. That's one point he makes, Sanatan Goswami. So Sanatan Goswami also makes another point that here he says he worshipped them according to standard rituals. That's how that word's translation is given here. But still Sanatan Goswami says he worshipped as if what you're supposed to do to worship son-in-law. Because he wanted Krishna to take away his daughter. So he worshipped like that is described also. Going to text number 34. Bhishmaka arranged opulent accommodations for Krishna and Balram and their entire army also. So he gave them great hospitality. Going to text number 35. So similarly, he gave all the kings according to their level, their position, properly gifts he gave. So what are those uh, categories with which level he saw to offer a proper etiquette? One is their armies, how big are their armies, number one. Number two, uh, maybe I should go in the order that our acharyas described is more important. First is their strength, based on the strength. That is the highest priority in the Kshatriyas. Second is their age. Are they older, are they younger, like that. Third thing is their armies or the political power, like translation is saying. And then finally their wealth, how much wealth they have. According to that, he gave that much honor to them and took care of them like that accordingly. Now going to text number 36. Now this how King Bhishmaka welcomed him. Now all the residents came to know that Krishna and Balram came. So when they heard that, they all came to see Krishna. And when they saw beautiful smiling face of Krishna, the here is described with the cupped palms. Like how in olden days when you need to drink water with the palms of water, we drink like this with the cupped palms. Like that, analogy is given to drink nectarian face, lotus nectar from honey from the lotus face of Krishna. They're drinking with the eyes is described here like that. So now Srila Jiva Goswami describes this also nicely. He says this means with the cupped palms indicates they're continuously drinking nectar from lotus feet of Krishna. That means they're continuously looking at Krishna like that. And Srila Sanatana Goswami describes that means they look for a long time with absorption. Same thing. And then also Sri Jiva Goswami also describes that cupped palm also indicates that they had great thirst, that they really wanted to see Krishna. Like when we are very thirsty, we drink so much water for a long time. Like that, when they really desire to see Krishna, so with that great thirst, they're seeing Krishna. Wow, we get to see Krishna now. Let us see, like that. So that is the eagerness of the devotees of Krishna, residents of Vidarbhapura here. Going to text number 37. They started speaking. And Acharyas describe, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes multiple citizens' commentary is described here in one verse. Some were saying, wow, is the Mother Rukmini is the best girl for Krishna. He should marry Rukmini Devi only, nobody else. She is the best suitable bride for him, like that somebody thought. And somebody was saying, actually, our Rukmini Devi is so beautiful. This Krishna is the best bridegroom for her. Nobody is the best bridegroom for her. Like that, the citizens were speaking. Going to text number 38. Then they were saying, may Achyuta, the creator of the three worlds, be satisfied with whatever piety we did, whatever punya karma we did. May Krishna take all of that, but let him marry. Why that be like that? See, such a grateful heart they have, such a generous, kind heart they have. Generally, people think, I have all the punya, let me enjoy so much. Krishna, I did so much punya, let me enjoy. Like that, they may think. But here they're saying, please take away all our punya if you want, but please marry Rukmini Devi. Like that, they were discussing like that here. That is the greatness of the devotees of Krishna. Now, text number 39. Now, with a love like this for Krishna and Rukmini, they spoke like this. Then then the scene shifts to what is Rukmini Devi doing? Rukmini Devi, protected by the guards, she was going from inner palace of her residence to temple of Ambika. Interestingly, our acharyas describe, actually in the next verse is described, she silently went out on foot to see the Bhavani, Ambika's temple like that. But our acharyas describe, actually she went in Palaki. Palaki is I forgot what is the English word for Palaki. If anybody remembers, you can share. Yeah, they carry her like this, right, on the shoulders. So two people on the front, two people on the back, they keep her in this something, and then palanquin it's called, right? Palanquin, and then they carry her like that. So they were carrying like that for a long time. Only the last short distance, like 10 to 15 feet only, she walked on the barefoot is described when she reaches the temple. And is described She's accompanied, oh, it's already 7:35, so I'll conclude soon. She she accompanied by other mothers also who were very expert in how to do worship like that, and they they helped her pray to Bhavani Devi, and is described what was she praying. She simply absorbed her mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. And then what did she pray? She prayed that, please give me Krishna as my husband, like that she prayed. Not that, okay, my dear Bhavani, please give me a lot of money, please give me nice husband who will give me lot of money. Not like that. She prayed, please give me Krishna as a husband, as my husband, like that. And then is described the other mothers who came, they were also worshipping Mother Bhavani along with her, and they're leading the way. They're showing her how to worship like that. And then mm, finally, uh, yeah, that we covered few verses like that. And she prayed for Lord Krishna to be her husband. And then she worshipped with different articles of worship like that, Mother Bhavani. In this temple, Acharyas describe Mother Bhavani was the main deity and Lord Shiva was accompanying her. In some temples, Lord Shiva is the main deity and Parvati Devi is accompanying him. Here it is the opposite, it is described. So now, and the ladies who came with Mother Parvati, after they did the puja, they gave the prasadam to Mother Rukmini. And Mother Rukmini respectfully accepted the prasada and she offered obeisance to the ladies and also to the deity Bhavani, like that. And then she gave up her silence vow and she left the Ambika temple, and then she started walking by holding the hand of a maid servant. Gently she was walking, and her beauty is described amazingly in few verses here. She was supremely beautiful. Obviously, she is the Radhini Potency, Srimati Radharani's expansion herself. So she was supremely beautiful, and she was walking, and people were falling flat. All the kings who assembled were falling flat seeing her. And then finally, she was looking for Krishna. She found Krishna, and Krishna took her hand into the um, chariot, like how lion grabs the prey. Prey means some food that lion eats from the jackals. Like that, he is going. At the same time, the demonic kings were thinking, we are lions. Our food is being taken by this small animal, Krishna, jackal. Like that, they're thinking. So that's the nature of demonic people. They think always opposite of the reality. That's what is being described in the BBT purport. So we heard about wonderful kidnapping of Rukmini Devi by Lord Krishna. We'll continue this pastime in the next chapter. It will be wonderful how Krishna and Balaram face opposition. How do they deal with them? All that we'll hear in the next chapter. We'll pause here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Krupasindhu Bevucha Paditana Pavaribhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Thank you so much, devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you very
Prabhuji.
much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.